Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman. In this video, as I promised in my tomyam video, I'll be doing a tutorial on how to cook rice vermicelli. Rice vermicelli is a dish that, at the very least, me and my family like to eat with many dishes, including this, tomyam, and dishes like mihoon. And if your tongue is already watering at the sight of this dish, then I suggest you check out the video of me cooking tomyam. So rice vermicelli can go with many dishes like soup and definitely tomyam, and it can be cooked many ways. For instance, for Singaporean fried noodles, you first have to go through this process. You have to first soften the rice vermicelli before you can start frying it. There's also different ways you can add onto it. For example, you can add yellow food coloring or turmeric powder in order to like change the color. I mean, in the old days, since people didn't have yellow food coloring, they used turmeric. So we'll show both ways in this video. Alright, so let's get started. So first we need to put this aside. The process for cooking rice vermicelli is actually pretty simple. You don't actually need boiling water. It just needs to be warm or hot. So we're gonna turn this off since it's already boiling. Yeah, it's definitely boiling. So basically what you want to do is you want to pour in your hot water into a bowl like this, and then you want to put in your rice vermicelli. Then you just let it sit, and then if you want to add on something, then you can do that. And then some people, when it's finished with softening, they like to put it in cool water as well, in order so that it doesn't stick together. So let's get started. Right, so we have this big pot right here, and the reason we have a big pot is so that we can use all three different sections of the rice vermicelli. However, if you're doing this at home, you would rather usually just use a kettle and boil the water in it instead. This is what we usually do, but as I said before, we're using this big pot so that we can get all three of them. We have also 3 bowls too. So let's scoop it with the ladle. Make sure you don't burn your hands, by the way. Alright, so this seems like a good amount. We don't want it to overflow, but we can always add more water later. So for the regular way, you just want to take your section of rice vermicelli and, I guess to put it simply, put it in. So it looks like it doesn't quite fit yet, so we'll add more water because this is a shallow bowl. As it loosens, it will eventually just fill up the bowl, so you don't have to add too much. Right, so next I filled up another bowl. So for this one, we're going to use the yellow food coloring. My mom always said that we should use 2 drops of food coloring. She said that was enough, but if we don't have enough color as we want, we can always add more. So first, 2 drops of food coloring. 1, 2. I'm gonna fix that. Then you want to add your section of vermicelli. And through the process of waiting, it should turn yellow. Add some more water. It's not completely covered. I mean, you get used to it eventually. Cooking. Alright, so next up is turmeric. And with turmeric, you want to be especially careful because it is definitely messy. If it gets on your hands or your clothes, it's hard to wash off. I know from experience. And also, especially if it's not cooked, turmeric has this kind of taste if you put too much. So we're only going to put just a teaspoon of it in. So be careful when you're doing this. Just put not too much. Okay. Alright, so now that I look at it, it looks like I put a bit too much, and when I look back, I probably shouldn't have made a mistake of pouring it from the bag. I should have just scooped it in there. Oh well. So we're gonna mix it, and we want to take our section of vermicelli and put it in. Alright. Now begins the waiting. Alright, so as a cook, you should always taste your food to make sure it's edible and not too hard. So we're gonna do that right now. It's actually you're actually supposed to wait only 5 minutes, but it's been way over 5 minutes, so hopefully it's not too bad. Alright. You're good. Alright, so now we're gonna strain it. And since I don't have a sink here, I'm just gonna use my dad's bucket. I'm gonna put the strainer on top. And then we're gonna carefully pour the noodles in. And the strainer will do its work for you. I'm gonna shake it just a bit to get some of the water out. Alright, so you want to leave the strainer in here for a few minutes, and while it's warm, you can always rinse it with cold water to make sure it doesn't stick. And it depends on some brands, but with this one, it doesn't look like that's a problem, as you can see. So it should be good. We've used the brand for a long time, many years. This brand. Alright, so the next one is the yellow food coloring. This one also has been over 5 minutes. But with the last one it didn't matter, so hopefully it shouldn't matter here. Now you just want to strain it. It looks a bit more yellow than the white one. Shake it just a bit to get some of the other water out. Alright, so looking at this, in my dad's opinion, he thinks that I should have put just one more drop of food coloring, but we can't rinse this because the food coloring might wash away. So you always want to make sure you have the right amount of food coloring. I mean, look at this. Some people might think it's unappetizing because appearance does matter in food. I'm alright with it though. Here's a color comparison. Alright, so on to the last one, the turmeric. And it already looks pretty yellow. So if you do want a yellow noodle, then you can always use turmeric. Whoa, it definitely looks yellow. Kind of looks like ramen that I cook. So if you really want a yellow noodle, you can either put a lot of drops of food coloring, or you can just use turmeric. But turmeric has flavor, by the way. Alright, so I tasted it, and there definitely is a bit of turmeric taste in it. However, this is the chance to rinse it so that there isn't as much of a turmeric flavor. So I'm gonna do that right now. So you want to do this with cold water usually, but it's alright. Alright, let's see how it tastes now. I can taste less of the turmeric flavor, so rinsing definitely does work. Alright, so after rinsing it with some regular water, it looks like the color and the flavor is better. So it looks like I put just a bit too much turmeric. You only want to put around 1 teaspoon. I put around 2 teaspoons. I mean, if you have the whole packet, it comes with 4 sections. We only used 1 section for this. I guess 2 teaspoons is definitely fine. Alright, so here's a comparison of all 3 different attempts at cooking. Here we have the food coloring, here we have the regular way, and here we have turmeric. Now, the reason that some people use vermicelli is usually for regular soups, like chicken soup, to enhance the flavor and the color in order to make it look appetizing. However, we usually just use it for tomyam. And tomyam, you don't need to yellow it because usually soup just makes it yellow anyway. So I guess that's the end. I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and look at other videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the cooking videos, and the tomyam video that I just did. Alright. I'm gonna take this bowl with me. Peace. Wait. I just want to mention that this variety, you can use it to fry Singaporean noodles, which is a video I will be doing in the future, so be also sure to check that out as well. Peace.